So, Duncan, I am really grateful for you to join us on the My Mortgage podcast today and just share a little bit about your experience. We've actually been working together for, quite a few years, I think. I think first I was your client and then you got to be my client. So, hey, that's exciting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wanted to just kind of ask a couple of questions around, your experience working with our team, what that looks like. We've now had quite a few different interactions in terms of, buying, building, and then now looking to maybe purchase an investment property. Yeah, maybe a bit of open-ended question, sharing of experience would be wonderful.
Yep, no problems at all. Experience was fantastic, to be honest. I have used other mortgage brokers in the past, and by far and away the best experience I've had. Yeah, so for me, I'm a business owner, so I don't have a lot of time to spend chasing people, and I got the opposite from my mortgage. The thing I loved about the service was the upfront knowledge that I was given, so I didn't have many questions to ask straight away. I noticed that immediately. I got the full understanding of how the process was going to work straight away up front, and then what I also got from there was predictable communication all the way through. Really love that. Yeah, it sort of after a while I could sort of almost pick when I was going to get communicated to. So I really like that. That really suits me. And I never had to follow anything up. I just got regular updates. I got, if there was any questions, it was all together. There wasn't, heaps of emails backwards and forwards all the time. The communication was managed together. So that's just, and then I just felt like everybody cared that I dealt with. You know what I mean? They understood my situation, and I like to operate like that myself. So everybody I spoke to, it didn't matter who I spoke to. Inside my mortgage, they were all, I felt like I was dealing with the same person. You know what I mean? They were all very on the same level, and you could tell they were all singing from the same song sheet, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's something that I'm stoked to hear, to be fair, because we rely on our team to be really communicative and competent, and for us all to kind of have that same level of service. So I'm really grateful to hear that. Do you want to share a little bit about the specifics, not super detailed, but just the specifics of the situations that you've experienced with us would be really helpful.
Yep. So that particular situation, I was obviously renovating, large renovation, refinance, some tricky stuff with banks and bits and pieces like that, and timings around progress, invoices and things like that from contractors. So there was a little bit going on, and it was very, very smooth in terms of my mortgage understood my situation. And with a renovation, you have to get to a certain stage, have the valuer understand that situation, and then you get paid for what he thinks or she thinks that stage of the build is worth, which can be quite tricky with a renovation. So my mortgage definitely understood that, and I was actually told that well before, which helped me, get all of that together when it was required in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
So that's what helped. That was a massive help. Once we got going, I was already happy, but once we got going, it was really, really good.
Yeah, that's cool. You gave me a very big compliment the other day. We were talking about doing some more work for you, and you said, someone else in my network, uses this other person, but if we're doing something together, it's going to be with you.
Yeah. 100%.
And I was like,
Yeah.
Grateful.
It's just, treat people how I'd like to be treated. You know what I mean? If you're performing, you're performing. It's just, why change the, change the idea? You don't need to.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. It's a team effort.
Yeah. I think too, it helps when you've got a bit of background, and particularly for you, you're a business owner. I have a reasonable understanding of your business as well, and what we're trying to achieve, and so that kind of helps bring my team comes along on that journey, you can come along on that journey, and that makes it a little bit easier to manage, I think. And then I suppose as your advisor, then I can give advice that's relevant to the whole of your situation, rather than just like, hey, let's just do this transaction and move on. It's something that we want to work pretty hard to achieve in our business, that long-term nature, given that we are a reasonably young business and we love working with people who are, you know, in their 20s and 30s, because we can have that long-term relationship. Yeah, which is really, really exciting. Any other feedback that you know, anything else about the process or policy or specifics or situation stuff? Anything else you want to share?
No, I just found the process really easy, and the knowledge was broad in terms of what you knew and what you were bringing to the table, and how that was throughout your team. You know, the consistency was really good for me. You know, and it's very hard for any business to get, I think. So you've done really well there. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I reflect that right back at you, actually. It's yeah, definitely something we work really hard on. And I think, you know, as you train people, bring them into your way of doing things, and perhaps because we don't have people from banks generally come into our business, we can just go, hey, this is kind of how you do it, this is how you solve problems. And because we've got such a wide range of experience across a range of lenders and things like that, it makes that a little bit easier, I think, to come in and go, you're a problem solver first and foremost. Yeah. You're not a policy person.
No.
Yeah, so that's cool. No, thank you. Really appreciate that.
No worries, my pleasure. Yeah. Thank you for your help.
No worries.